Hey YouTube, Herbal Prepper here, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade safe hand sanitizer. Now the reason I say safe is because commercial hand sanitizer has tremendous long-term effects on our body. It has long-term effects on our reproductive system, it has long-term effects on our neurological system. So let me run over my ingredients really quick. There are some ingredients that are not in camera here. I use grain alcohol, which is what is already, let me see, in this, just a little bit. I really wish I knew what size bottle this was. I'm just going to say it's a 2-ounce bottle, guys. Like I said, I don't ever really measure anything. But grain alcohol, I don't use rubbing alcohol because long-term exposure of rubbing alcohol can cause some issues too, but grain alcohol is fine. And I use vitamin E oil. This is not synthetic. This is real vitamin E oil, natural, which is why this runs about $17 a bottle. Now, I'm only going to use a couple drops of this, so if you guys have capsules at home that you take internally, you can use those, puncture one, and then squeeze it into the recipe. I'm going to be using vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin is great for the skin. This is going to help make it a more creamy consistency because the aloe, as you see, is really, really thick. And that way it's going to help spread, and it's going to moisturize my skin. Now I chose eucalyptus and tea tree oil because they both have antiseptic properties. Eucalyptus has like analgesic properties. It has antibacterial properties. There are some uses as an expectorant, but that goes into a few other things having to do with the respiratory system. But both of these have really dominant fragrances, but I don't want to use something floral because my husband might possibly be using this, and he's already protested to me how he does not like lavender. So we're going to be using these today. And then I'm going to be using a little bit of distilled water to help blend it and thin it out a little bit. Now I recommend only distilled water just because any other type of water will build up bacteria much quicker. Alright, so let's get started. Here's what we're going to do first. I'm going to take about 1 spoonful of aloe vera gel, and this is like a soup spoon, so it's much bigger. Let me do a little bit more. If it's a little bit over, that's fine. I can put it in another bottle. Then I'm going to take my alcohol, which I've already poured into this. I'm going to pour it in with the aloe vera, and then I'm going to do a couple drops of vitamin E. 1, 2, air bubble. Okay. Then I will take some vegetable glycerin, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I guess I'll use this is a tablespoon here, so I guess I'll do about a tablespoon. Whoops. Whoa. Okay. As you can see, it's pretty thick. Now vegetable glycerin is edible. It has like a sweet taste. It's warming. My my son takes this as far as his let me see, his tinctures or any type of, if I'm trying to give him something and he doesn't like the taste of it, I'll cover it and hide it with vegetable glycerin because he thinks it tastes like honey in a way. And then I want to add just a little bit of distilled water after I pour this back into my container here so I can see about how much I have. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's really clear. It's not really colored or anything like that. So, and at this point, before you finish mixing it up, you want to add your essential oils. Now, I'm going to do about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops snuck out in there of tea tree, and then I'm only going to do like 3 of eucalyptus. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then You want to mix it up really good. The aloe vera gel will kind of ball up and separate itself from everything else. But you can blend it up really well in a blender if you choose. And then at this point, I just pour it into my bottle. It smells good. And then, actually, let me put this out of the way. I will add the rest of the bottle with a little bit of distilled water. And pour it slowly because you want to let it get down the funnel. You don't want to pour it and realize it's going to overflow on you. Now, what I will do at this point is I will give it a little shake after I put the lid back on it. And this is a glass container. I use glass when I'm dealing with essential oils or alcohol. Now this has a thicker consistency, if you guys can tell in the camera here. Let me turn it. As you can see, the aloe and the vegetable glycerin is doing its job, making sure it's not watered down. And here's how it works. I'm going to spray it on. Now it's not going to spray like a liquid. Hold on, let it get pumping. Really? Well guys, I think I have a messed up sprayer because it is not wanting to spray anything at all. There we go. That's hilarious. There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can do it with the lid on now. Maybe it just needed pressure change. Okay, so there we go. And then you would just not hit the camera. You would just do it on your hands just like you would any hand sanitizer. Kind of fan your hand out a little bit. And it takes a little longer to evaporate, but it's perfectly fine with me. That way it doesn't dry my hands out like with all the alcohol content. And it smells great. I know it's going to have great properties, and I'm not worried about anything for my health wise going to hurt me. And so that's pretty much it, guys. You can do this with herbs. You can infuse herbs into water and do this same thing, or you can use essential oils. Whatever you guys want to do, just let me know if you find out any other recipes, and let me know how you like it. Blessings.